Hello learners, on behalf of diademy IS, I would like to welcome you all to the course on Science and Technology for Civil Services Main Examination 2020. My name is Kshitij Dhiman and let's get started. I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names were what and why, and when and how, and where and who. Why am I introducing this quote to you? See, before starting the lecture, I need you to understand how or basically what your orientation should be while studying science and technology topics. So, let's say you have a topic to study which is artificial intelligence. Right. So first of all, you should aim to understand what is this technology, why this technology was introduced, when this technology was introduced, all right, how this technology works and how it helps, where this technology was introduced or where it can be applied, who invented this, or what are the people, or basically which technology or which sector will get benefit from this technology, right? So this is how you should learn, and this is the orientation which you should have, this perspective which you should have when you are studying any topic actually for UPSC examination, but this is very relevant for science and technology. Okay, because science and technology has a lot of factors and we should include them. Okay, this was said by Rudyard Kipling. So please remember this quote, and with this orientation, let's start our orientation session. Let me just change the ink color. Right. So as I told you, this is our orientation session. Right. In this session, we are first going to see the previous year questions and what total marks they come in the mains examination. That is, we will see the brief trend analysis. We will see the nature of the questions asked, and by that we will understand the nature of the actual basically how we should prepare. Then the module highlights. Basically, I'm going to tell you what is my course and how we are going to offer things which are not directly offered by somebody else, and why to prepare. Obviously, I know this is a very easy question, or you can say this is a very typical question, but point is you will understand its importance when we come to that slide. That why have I put this over here? Okay, so we are going to focus on GS3 part of paper. Okay, we are going to see the importance of science and technology in mains examination, why we should prepare it. Because there is a lot of content available in the market already, compilations in the form of compilations or books or notes, right? But point is, either it is not updated, either it is old, or it is not as effective as it should be, because in main examination we need more analysis. Okay, and many time people focus on the content only, or the, let's say, facts, but in main examination lot of analysis is needed, focus is needed more on policy, laws, schemes is focused basically focused towards prelims. You need to understand what are the policies or laws related to the actual technology that you are reading for. Okay, so a lot of compilations are available, focus is less on analysis, more on facts by most of the compilation makers, right? Another point is, this video will be helpful for people from non-science background. Okay, why? Because many people think that this can be completed from a compilation. It's not that the compilation is not good enough, but the point is you need a little bit more, and you will see that when we see the questions. So the people who are from non-science background, they should definitely see this video fully, and people even from science background should see this video and then analyze themselves. Okay, I think you might have heard of SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunities and threat. Okay, so if you focus on your strength, if you realize that there are, let's say, 7 to 8 topics in science and technology, so you will find that while we see the previous year questions, you will find that some topics you will be able to answer in your mind, you will start making structure. There will be some topics in which you will be weak. There will be some opportunities, like this course is for you an opportunity to study better, to study in a structured way. And threat can be less time for mains. This time time is a little less for main examination. Okay, so please do not rely on cramming things on the last moment, because UPSC is not bound to ask from those compilations. UPSC looks at what government does and what are the topics in current affairs. Current affairs can span up to 12 to 15 months from the date of examination. Contemporary topics go beyond this time. They go for, let's say, 2 to 3 years. So in this course I'll be dealing with the current affairs also and with contemporary topics also, whichever are important from that time. Okay. So let's start with the trend analysis. So as we see, this trend analysis is from 2013, as this is the part where it gets relevant for us because syllabus changed in that year. So as we see, from 2016, number of questions have been increasing steadily, and most probably it might increase also, because as we saw in this year's prelims, 2020 prelims, there were a lot of science and technology questions, right? So drawing some conclusion from that, that UPSC wants to focus and wants you to focus while preparing on science and technology. At least you should be aware about the things that are going on. See, point is UPSC wants to keep things dynamic, and science and technology is one of the let's say avenues which provides UPSC very good scope to be unpredictable, so that they can ask any topic. And because technology is changing a lot now these days, like AI, 5G, we will read about all this, robotics, fourth industrial revolution, and such things. So technology is changing a lot. It is getting ingrained in our life. It is getting imbibed in our life. It is getting slapped on our wrists in the form of smartwatches. We have it a not super, but a mini computer in our pocket. We have so many supercomputers in India now. That's what I want to say. And now we have a pocket computer in our hands and pockets. And some people own even two mobiles. So lot of technology is entering into our lives, and this is also related to the social media angle, but that is more in internal security topic rather than science and technology. So all of these things which are entering in our life and the transition that is happening is more because of the technology that is entering in our lives. So this is why a bureaucrat is supposed to understand how technology works and what are the policies that are released by the government. Why I am talking about government steps a lot? Because for example, Niti Aayog released a topic research on artificial intelligence, a roadmap sort of. So that reading that becomes important, but an aspirant will not have the time to do that because they have to do a lot of things. So that is what we are going to help you with it. We are going to study that and provide you points from it. Okay. So government, even government is taking a lot of steps like Digital India and bringing optical fiber to every panchayat. So even government is paying so much attention to it, and UPSC wants you to know that what government is doing, and it wants to know that if you know, so they are going to judge you on that. So this is why it becomes very important to be aware of whatever the government is doing and what is happening. People easily come to know about what is happening because of current affairs, but newspapers typically do not focus that much deeply on the reports that are given by government departments, or let's say in Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. If they give some report, obviously a newspaper might mention, but they will not be dealing with it in depth. Okay, so such things are important and we need to read them because that gives us perspective where government is going. And this is exam for a government servant, a civil servant. So it's our job to study all this. Okay, so since so why increasing? I told you, because UPSC wants to increase the dynamicity in their exam, and as we know, colloquially it is known as unpredictable public service commission. So they want to increase the unpredictability a little bit and let it be they want the paper to be more dynamic. Okay, so since its importance is increasing in our day-to-day life, so it becomes very important that we focus on science and technology, and in the end it is good for you also, because you will become a scientific bureaucrat rather than just a plain bureaucrat, or you will be definitely have better thinking, better analysis than other people who will not be studying this, because many times an essay also comes on this. Or even if a direct topic is not asked, you can insert the science and technology angle in an essay. Like if a topic, if a topic comes on jobs or unemployment, what you can simply do is include job losses or reskilling due to the fourth industrial revolution. And in our topic, basically I have a topic on AI, let's say. So when I'm going to teach you that, I'm going to talk about the job and reskilling, job issues that will crop up due to the artificial intelligence scenario, and the reskilling that is needed due to the same. Okay, so this is how we are going to study, and this is okay, this is the trend. It is increasing and the marks are increasing also steadily, and I told you why, what is the angle behind it. So this is the syllabus which is given by the UPSC. So science and technology and application in everyday life, then achievement of Indians, indigenization of technology, awareness in the field of IT, space, computers, robotics, nanotech and biotech, and intellectual property rights. So these are the topics, and many of this is not prepared in the prelims examination. In prelims examination, we focus basically on schemes, right, and whatever is happening, and diseases, health basically, and basics of IT and space. But here we will see the analysis of the basically we will see the policies, why ISRO is successful, why other institutions are not successful, stuff like this. Alright, now see, one innovation that I bring for you guys and girls is I have restructured the syllabus. By which I mean that I have analyzed the previous year questions, and the way they are asking those questions, I have restructured the syllabus in that way. Okay. Also, while preparing for UPSC, please remember that you have to focus on width and not on depth. Okay, depth will be important in the optional papers, but not in the GS papers. General studies papers has basically the syllabus is also huge, and you cannot prepare everything in depth, and you should also not prepare everything in depth, because in the end what you have to write is 150 word answer or 250 word answer, and the wider it is, the more analysis you bring to it, it's better, rather than writing a deep answer wherein you deal with only one part of the answer and you deal with it extensively. Because UPSC examination is a social science examination wherein they need a lot of analysis and relation of one topic to another. Even if you can see this from the previous year questions also, that GS1, some topic in GS1 is asked in GS3 and vice versa. Like science and technology question was asked from the geographical perspective. So this is how we need to relate things, and you can do this when you have read the topic in the widest arena possible. That is why I focus on 360 learning. That is why I showed you the quote of Mr. Rudyard Kipling, that what you have to focus on. So it gives you a structure. When you prepare in a structure, it enables you to remember better and write better. Alright, so now let's see the restructured syllabus. So first of all, overall introduction, in which we deal about India and science and technology scenario in India. In biotechnology, we study about biotechnology, what it is, the government schemes, and we will not study the schemes, we will study the policies and the laws that are related to biotechnology and the issues related with it. Then we will focus on nanotechnology, and same, we will study it in a 360-degree perspective. Then we will come to IT, computer and robotics. I have clubbed them together because a lot of technology involved in this is interrelated. IT is basically software, computer is basically, you can understand, hardware, robotics is mix of hardware and software, and even electronics. Then we come to the chapter of space technology. Then intellectual property rights, we will understand all the aspects related to intellectual property rights. This includes laws, okay, schemes and policies. We do not study this topic in let's say preliminary. So we will study this in a little bit more depth. The topics which are not at all studied during preliminary examination in depth, we are going to deal with them here in the course in depth. Okay, health and energy. Oh, sorry, a contribution of Indians. Okay, health and energy. we are going to discuss not the prelim perspective but the policy perspective, or what are the steps taken by government, okay, and what are the various other stakeholders. Miscellaneous topics like innovation strategy, things like in this topic we will deal with topics which are encompassing or basically which affect all the sectors, like innovation, like I just said. So there are the other 2-3 topics which we are going to deal with in this topic, because they will affect every other topic. Okay, innovation ecosystem in India, like even economic survey talked about this, so it becomes important for us to talk about. Okay, so and women and science, many people forget this angle, like women in STEM careers. Just a second, eraser got selected. Women in STEM careers, okay, gender divide in science and technology, digital India and the gender gap, such things. People forget this perspective, and it is important that we analyze the policies in relation to the women, okay, women and science, because a lot of discussion in economy also goes with women labor participation. So why not here? So in main examination, if you prepare it in the following way, okay, you will surely be able to attempt all of the questions, because now I have divided the things in a structure and you can see how differentiated it is. Okay, and now once we see the questions, you will be able to relate this restructure more. So if you study in a structured way, please remember, you need to study anything that you study, you need to study it in a structured way, so that you can make notes better. First of all, make notes better, then able to remember better, and in examination you will be able to recall them properly, and then also you will be able to write them in a structure. So there is a lot of benefit in structuring things. Okay, and in main examination you need to write in a structured way, you cannot write in a haphazard way. You have to focus on structures like introduction, body, conclusion. So when I will teach you all this, I'll teach you with images, I'll teach you with the pictorial things, visual things, so you will be able to relate with things more. Okay, and there will be images also, like I just said, there will be short definitions, there will be diagrams which will help you remembering stuff. All right, okay, so do remember, in UPSC don't aim for perfect study, just aim for effective study, right? You have to be mature enough to understand that you cannot remember everything, so you have to relate things, relate GS1 with GS2 with GS3 GS4 with optional also. So you have to relate things, you have to be able to reuse things, like in ethics a lot of examples you cannot remember, so you reuse those example in something else. So you relate things, reuse things, you reduce the content you have to prepare, and you revise. So this 4R approach you can follow while preparing your content. So relate all the papers and even the optional, even the essay. Reuse your content in if you are preparing a woman example in GS2, you can use that in GS3 also. What I mean by that, you should reduce the content, because don't read 5 things, just do 1 thing or 2 things properly, that's it. At the max 2 sources for one topic, because you need to revise. I need to revise more, because competition is increasing, and if you do not remember things properly, you will not be able to attempt questions in prelim examination. They are in even prelim examination, things are becoming very tricky. They are asking analytical questions rather than straight factual questions. So how will you remember that? How will you solve it? Only by revision. All right. So now we start with the, let's say the previous year questions, we'll see them, and please remember, this is not a question answer session. We are going to see the questions and how they ask it. Okay. All right. So in these PYQs, in previous year questions, we will see the trends and section wise questions. All right, so let's start. So in overall introduction, they have asked that scientific research is declining. Okay, so they are asking that you need to critically comment on that. So main thing is scientific research is declining, and that too they were very specific in Indian universities. So see, they become quite specific. So if you have not prepared in a wider way, you might not prepare the effect or the research declining in Indian universities. Okay. All right. Now coming to biotech. Biotechnology and living standard of farmers were related. This was the question in 2019 itself. So this is quite a good question. So why? And usually people study applications, and but here what has been asked is living standards. Focus on that. Actually, let me tell you, this is all to confuse you. In the end, they are asking benefit for farmers only. But point is, you have to now structure the answer in a different way. You are going to write the same content, almost the same content. A little bit, you need to connect it with the living standards, like their regular life. Right? In economy, you must have studied about standard of living. It is the same funda. Now, next question is, it was asked in 2018. So you can see biotechnology is being asked every year. It is that important. So if you don't prepare it properly, if you do not prepare the basics and the current, if you don't prepare it in a comprehensive way, issues will happen. So why there is so much activity in the field of biotechnology? See what they are asking. They are not asking the benefit. They are, let me tell you something. They are actually asking benefit. Sorry for that, but they are asking it in indirect way. Okay. Now they are asking the benefit in the field of biopharma. That is the medicines. So see how they are asking questions. They are asking the same things which you will study in any course. Okay, and that is what our focus is, to give you a lot of 360 preparation of any topic. And when we do that, let them ask from any direction, you will be able to answer. Only thing is, you need to be able to read between the lines. That is, if they ask something new, don't get afraid, don't panic. Try to read it properly and try to recall the structure you prepared for that topic. Then you will be able to identify which part they are asking, and then you can write an answer. And do remember, in mains you don't need to write a perfect answer, you just need to write it better than the other person. And a lot of time in mains, people have time crunch, they are not able to recall things. So if you are able to prepare in a structured way, you will be able to write better answers than others. So next question was on stem cell therapy, that it is gaining popularity. Okay, and some diseases were mentioned. Now describe briefly what stem cell therapy is and what advantage it has over other treatments. Now see, question is big. It's a 3-line question, but in examination it would be 4 or 5-line question. Point is, UPSC many times gives a context. It gives you a context. Okay, so in that context you need to understand that what is going on. They are trying to tell you that. If you do not focus on context, you will lose the, let's say, the perspective of the question. They are asking you basically what is stem cell therapy is, but they have given you a perspective that you have to focus on medical conditions. All right. Now, describe briefly what stem cell, sorry for that. Describe briefly what stem cell therapy is. Okay. What is the stem cell therapy? You have to give that straight away. What advantages it has over other treatments. Now you have to focus on other treatments and focus on leukemia, thalassemia, damaged cornea, several burns. Not the actual, because nobody will be able to remember this. But the point is, what other treatment, like for cancer, let's say leukemia, thalassemia is cancer. So cancer has chemotherapy. Chemotherapy leads to a lot of, it weakens the body a lot. So stem cell therapy will help in that. Okay, this is a very good question, and if you can write a good answer on this, it will be very good for you if you do a little research. So what you have to do is, don't compare stem cell therapy with other normal therapies. Compare it with eye treatments, cancer treatments. And cancer is something which everybody knows that while preparing for health topics in prelim examination, you understand what is chemotherapy. All right. Coming to nanotechnology, a single question has been asked till yet. Why it is the key technologies of 21st century? What are the features of government's mission? See, direct a mission was asked and its features were asked. So that is why we have to prepare whatever the government is doing. So why is, see again, it has asked been in a different way. They are not asking you the directly, they are not asking you directly the benefits. They are asking why it is one of the key technologies. Why it is? Because of the benefit is it is going to give the human race. Coming to space technology, question has come in 2019, 17. So every other year question is coming. What is India's plan to have its own space station and how it will benefit our space program? Now you have to tell straight away question, not much analysis is needed. What is India's plan and how it will benefit our space program? That's it. No social angle, nothing. Directly to the point. Now India has, next question, India has achieved remarkable success, and yeah, question 1 was in current affairs also, because we are aiming for a space station by 2030. So this is doable. Okay. So you have to focus that there is not, okay, see, static part has to be done. Not all current events will be asked, and many times not all static part will be asked. Describe the salient features of India's, if we see the nanotechnology question, that part half of it was static. Okay. Now coming to the second question in space and tech, space technology. India has achieved a great success in unmanned space missions, but not ventured into manned space missions. Why? All right. So see, what they are trying to see is how can you, if you have prepared 360 way, in a 360-degree way, you would have obviously seen that what we send is just satellites, and NASA sends humans also. Why don't we send it? A simple question. So that is what they are trying to see, that if you are preparing things holistically. What do you understand by SPS and PPS in GPS era? Totally factual question. If you know it, you know it. You can't analyze anything in this. Okay. But point is, you must be knowing about IR and SS. It was very much in the news. Okay, at that time. So you might be knowing about this, and you can write something by advantages of IRNS. Okay, it's a 12.5 marks, and let's say this the second part must be of, let's say, 6 to 8 marks. Okay, so even if you don't know the standard positioning system and the precision positioning system, still you will be able to answer the question. IT, computer and robotics section. In this, we see that a lot of questions have been asked, but nothing has been asked since 2015. So a lot of chances are there that something will be asked in 2020, because AI, 5G, these are two revolutions that are coming in our life. Also data science, but AI is much more let's say comprehensive, and it is going to affect every area of our life very soon, in like next decade or so. So we need people who understand artificial intelligence when they make policies, when they are secretaries. So secretaries to the government of India. Okay, so the first question is, what are the prohibitive labors that can be managed by robots? Discuss the initiatives that can propel research. Okay, so two parts. Second part is quite factual. First part is basically the benefit. See, in a very indirect way they are asking you. So if you have read about the benefits properly of the robotics, you will have studied about that they can be employed in mines, they can be employed in disaster management, oil spills, right? Such things. Okay. Now we come to the next question. Discuss the advantage and security implication of cloud hosting vis-a-vis in-house machine, okay, for government business. So you have to answer according to the government data. Privacy will come in this, okay, and many other issues. Okay, what is digital signature? What does its authentication mean? Totally factual question. 2013 was the first year that the syllabus changed, so they asked very factual questions, and it was 5 marks question. If you knew, you knew. Now see the trend. The trend has changed. It has just in 2 years they changed it into analytical advantage, or asking advantage about robotics, not what robotics is or how to make it or whatever. They are asking in a very indirect way the advantages. So trend is changing in this way, that you have to focus on analysis more rather than factual things. Of course, factual things you need to remember, because that will help you basically substantiate your point. In a main examination, when you substantiate your point by giving examples or fact, it will give weight to your answer. Intellectual property rights. Now, how is the government of India protecting traditional knowledge of medicine from patenting by pharmaceutical companies? This was asked in 2019. And let me tell you, one of the benefits of doing previous year questions is you will understand the topics that UPSC like. Because this question is related to this topic only, traditional knowledge digital library. If you had read about TKDL in the 2015, let's say if you are preparing for 2019 and you have done your previous year questions, you will prepare a topic known as TKDL. Now that topic has been repeated in 2019 also, okay, in a different way. Okay, same question on TKDL, okay, because this is also related to patents, this is also related to patents and traditional knowledge, on traditional knowledge. Next thing is, in globalized world, intellectual property rights are a source of litigation broadly discussed between copyrights, patent and trade secrets. Okay, quite factual question. Now this was important and this was a difficult question a little bit because nobody goes beyond 2-3 years current affairs, but due to the news that happened, it was asked. Okay, an important amendment was made in the Indian Patent Act in in 2005, Indian Patent Law 1970. So Supreme Court used it in rejecting Novartis patent application. Okay, so what they asked was discuss briefly pro and cons of the decision. So first they asked bring out the circumstances. Okay, then they asked pros and cons. Very factual. If you read about the patents law and its 2005 amendment, then obviously you will be able to write this. Contribution of Indians and indigenization of technology. Study marks, okay, study questions also 2016, 2018, 2019. How was India benefited from the contribution of Sir M. Visvesvaraya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan? We have obviously heard about these two, okay, and if we prepare this topic properly, these are included, this the contribution of these two eminent personalities is included in the courseware. Okay, discuss the work of Bose-Einstein statistics, okay, and how it revolutionized, okay, why am I saying extra L, revolutionized, okay, so sorry for that, sometimes these words just fumble you up, okay. Anyways, so Professor Satyendranath Bose, this was a bit difficult question, no doubt, very specific and very topical, not at all general. Discuss India's achievement in the field of space science and technology and how the application has helped its socio-economic development. So what are they asking? Socio-economic benefits of space technology. So try to read the question and read between the lines, read the question 1-2 times, okay, and even MS Swaminathan has been asked in a previous year question also. So this is all factual, very less general stuff and analysis stuff. Mostly what they have asked is what are the contributions and what has the benefit accrued to the Indian society. So mostly factual. So you have to understand that some topics are factual, some topics are analytical. Now we come to health. It was asked about antibiotics because it was antimicrobial resistance was very much in news. Okay. Then fixed dose combination drugs. There was it was also in news. Again, this was asked in 2013, so quite factual. Merits and demerits. Okay. Energy. Although health is part of GS2, so all the schemes and all are discussed in that paper. What we'll see is basically the technology or the like antimicrobial resistance, stuff like this. Energy. India's energy needs are growing. Okay, with growing growing energy needs, should India keep on expanding its nuclear energy program? Okay, now what they have asked is facts and fears. They have just asked you what is nuclear energy and what are the things associated with it and what are the negatives of it. Fears are what? Negative things, right? Fear of destruction or basically contamination of atmosphere, fear of storing the nuclear waste and so on. Okay, again, growth and development of nuclear science and technology. What are the advantages of FBR, fast breeder reactors program? Okay, so they have asked the growth and development since independence, most probably. Okay, so you have to talk about the 4 stages and the nuclear reactors we have right now. And then they have asked about hydroelectricity project, how it is different from other projects. Okay, so not just you have to understand the technology, you have to relate it with other technology in that field, with other technologies in that field. Okay, so we will study the topics in this way only, that we will understand it from a 360-degree angle. So don't worry about this. Whatever topic we deal, we will break it down into many topics, many subtopics. Miscellaneous topics: what do you understand by umpire decision review system in cricket? What are the components and how the silicon tape can fool the system? Now this does not fit in anything like IT or anything. It is a combination of topics. So I have kept it in a miscellaneous topic. What is an FRP composite material? How it is manufactured? 2013 question, way too factual, so don't need to worry about it. Okay, so basically FRP, let me just tell you, it is a polymer matrix. Okay, it has fiber also. Okay, basically how it is made is not important. It's a composite material which is basically, and why it was asked, because it is so strong that it can be an alternative to steel. Just think about it. Alternative to steel, wood, aluminium. Such a strong material. Okay, and made of fibers only, and polymer for fibers. All right, now that we have seen, let me just change the ink color. Now that we have seen the trend analysis, now we should see the what are the learnings. Okay, what we have learned now. So we have seen the questions are dynamic and they are also increasing in number, and what they are focusing on is trend. Why something is happening, what are the benefits, they're straight away asking that. And less focus is on technology. What is this technology? They're not asking that, they're asking the benefits or why it is in news, why it is important. So what should we focus on then? We should focus on concepts. Obviously we should understand how the technology works and how the technology relates to other technologies, or how it affects people. Most of all, how it affects India. Right, so we need to focus on concept, the reason behind technology, the applications. Okay, more than current affairs, we need to understand the current trends, where the technology is moving. See, UPSC focuses on future. It wants you to understand that, it wants UPSC wants to know if you understand how things will implication of things in the future. What is going to be the change that will be brought up by any technology or any scheme? Because see, the point is they need a little bit visionary people also who can analyze. So how, if what is the best way to analyze or test the analysis of a person? Ask about effects, causes, rather than what the technology is. So we should focus on concepts and reasons. Okay, and now what should we do? What, okay, we have seen about all this. Okay, what are questions focusing on? Number of question is increasing, they are becoming more dynamic, they are becoming more on trends, not on 1 month current affairs. They are asking something which has been going on for, let's say 12 months or something. Okay, oh, sorry. So what to do? We need to integrate, okay, prelims and mains preparation. Usually we prepare it in a different way, but now since we are preparing for mains, I am telling you for the future that next, for if you prepare for next year, so integrate your preparation so that you study, let's say, facts for prelims and analysis of the technology at the same time. Don't wait for the prelims to be over to read about science and technology for main perspective. Okay, so understand this and integrate your preparation. Should we prioritize any part of the syllabus, like read biotech or nanotech only or IT computers only? No, because in 2019, okay, 2019 questions have been asked on biotechnology. Okay, question have been asked on traditional knowledge, which is from IPR. Questions have been asked on space. Question has been asked from contribution of people. Okay, so there is no trend as such. You have to prepare all the topics. and that is what we are going to bring for you. We have selected the most crucial topics which have been going on for last 2 years, and we have made course for you. Okay. Also, you have to prepare a lot of things by yourself. Nobody can do answer writing for you, but this can be done for you. We can prepare a good course for you and explain you things. All you need to do is listen carefully, make notes whatever you want, or even if you don't want to make notes, enough content will be there on slides. You can then just revise it. Okay. So this is what we are going to bring for you, a comprehensive course, so that it will I am leading to the next keyword, it will give you a good return on investment. So every marks count, so you cannot ignore science and technology. Like we see, it comes for 50 marks. Okay, and trend has been increasing. It is not like it has been steady, it has been increasing. So importance of science and technology in our life is increasing. Similarly, UPSC is asking more and more. Crux is, it's a low hanging fruit, because you don't need to read a lot of data like history or economics. Just study the technology, effects of it, and I'll do a little bit of analysis, and you're done. So focus on the application and analysis rather than the actual working of technology. Okay, so that is why, don't think that why to prepare, just have an attitude why not to prepare. It is such a low hanging fruit, it will give you a good return on investment. Okay, so highlights for the module which we are bringing for you is it's topic wise. Okay, so that we can have a 360-degree preparation by topic wise. We can also give you a complete overview, and then in topics we will have subtopics. So yes, again we will give it in a structured manner. Okay, so concept building, so that you can think in the exam a little bit. Although there won't be much time to think in examination, but still you can think a little, and you have to make a structure. You can think quickly. In a minute you will be able to recall stuff. If you have prepared a structure in your mind while preparing the notes, you will be able to quickly recall what you have studied, and fatafat you will be able to write it. Okay, then interconnected with related topics, we'll connect even economy with science and technology, because that will give you a holistic perspective, like I talked about 360-degree preparation. Okay, we'll discuss scheme, current trends. Okay, but the things which will be relevant for prelims, those won't be discussed. Things which are relevant for mains, they will be discussed, and analysis will be done. Providing committee recommendations, best practices. We will be extensively discussing every relevant, just a second, oh, not practicing, practices. So we'll be discussing every relevant government report that comes out. Okay, so our focus is on wholesome preparation. This arrow is leading to wholesome preparation, 360-degree preparation. We'll be taking a topic in a structured manner. We will break it down. We will have a wide variety of discussion. We will be focusing on little depth, okay, which gives you, so that if any question comes on any part of the topic, let's say this is the topic and any question comes on this or any part, you will have at least 100 words to write on it, and you can write introduction and conclusion 20 words, ho gaya, 140 words, you're done. So do smart work, don't do hard work. Hard work is required. After that, you should be smart enough to, like I said, 4R approach. Okay. All right. So we'll give you a lot of definitions also. We'll be discussing things. We'll be giving you proper content, which will be simple in language. Which will be made by us and not just a copy paste thing. It will be in our own language. Let's say it is just my notes. Okay, for you guys. So these are notes which are prepared comprehensively. They are not actually notes, but I'm just telling you the way I will give you these slides. They'll be like a notes for you. It will be prepared in a simple manner, and that will help you basically absorb it more, because language will be simple. Okay. All right, everybody. That's all for this orientation session. That's all for our approach. I hope things have been clear for you. Things have been made clear for you. I hope you have understood what is UPSC demanding from you in science and technology, because the best roadmap is previous year questions and the syllabus. And we have seen both. We have even seen the restructured syllabus. and how that will help you prepare in a better way. Alright, so I hope you like this session. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you learned something. So do let us know in the comment section if you want us to add anything, or how did you like the session. Please let us know, and thank you for your patience, and hopefully we'll meet in the course. Alright, so good luck for everything, and see you in the next lecture. Alright, bye everyone, take care.